I don't know who to start with today because I have questions for both of you ladies. Let me start with the Congress party. Bhavya, two people have a disagreement in parliament. Isn't it a bit of an overreaction to say, अब हम impeachment motion लाएंगे against the chair? I mean, you have had an argument, you had a disagreement, it got over on the floor of the House, you walk out, Parliament has been adjourned sine die, leave the matter behind. And an impeachment motion against the Vice President for this tutu meme?
You know, sometimes it is important to show them how you made the MPs. Rajya Sabha is the upper house, house of elders. Most of them there have the highest experience compared to Lok Sabha. Both in age and experience, they are seniors, right? There is a way to speak to MPs. When Jaya Bachchan ji, she stood and the way she spoke, you just compare the tone and the volume of how the Vice President spoke to her and how she spoke to him. She said it very clearly that I understand the body language. I am an artist. I understand the body language and the tone. Simple as that. And he just lashed out at her. And this is not the first time. He is doing this repeatedly and only against opposition members of Rajya Sabha. He has used many words like, you know, Jayaji repeated that, like buddhiheen. You really think these are the words he should be using to MPs? MPs, that too from House of Elders, upper house? And not just that, one of the senior most leaders of the House, that is Khargeji, and they just turn off the mic. The Vice President of India or Rajya Sabha's chairperson, he needs to show his allegiance to the constitution and not to his party. He should understand that he is sitting in a constitutional position. He can't be partial. Show me one instance where he has lashed out at a BJP MP. If this is how he treats every MP, then that must be the problem of his behavior. But that's not the case here. He treats only the opposition MPs, not just Congress MPs.
Shaina,
he switches off the leader of opposition's mind. And Nadda ji says, opposition leaders want to make Desh ko kamzor karna chahte hain.
Now is it my chance?
Switching off the mic.
Correct.
You will make
Shaina NC, if I'm accusing
Shreya, now can I come in?
If as a citizen who's watching what has happened in Parliament, if I'm accusing the Congress party of overreacting and the opposition of overreacting, Shaina NC, then it seems that JP Nadda has also overreacted, and by the looks of it, you know, it seems Mr. Dhankar has also overreacted. I mean, Mr. Dhankar is saying these are all attempts to destabilize the country. Jaya Bachchan getting up and telling the chair that your tone is something I didn't like is destabilizing the country.
Firstly, Shreya, let's understand that in a democracy like ours, world over Indians watch parliamentary proceedings, and one needs to respect not just the chair, whether it is the speaker in the Lok Sabha, the vice chairman in the Rajya Sabha, or any constitutional position, even that of the Prime Minister. I want to ask, I have a lot of respect for Jaya Bachchan. I know her personally, so this is not at all a case of a woman being wronged. If at all, it is an error of judgment of Mr. Dhankar as the chairman. I want to ask you, Shreya, if somebody says Jaya Amitabh Bachchan, which is what you have in your affidavit registered your name as, is that a bone of contention? Is that a reason to say that your tone and tonality is wrong? I want to question that. When Jayaji talked about being at school, what did Mr. Dhankar respond to? He said that I don't want to treat people at school or as if they are in school, but they are bound to adhere to parliamentary proceedings and the respect of the chair. Now, I have 2 points here. If a woman is wrong, irrespective of which party and what thought process, me or anybody else, any woman in the country should stand up unequivocally. But if this is a question of parliamentary proceedings where you choose to destabilize, as the opposition has chosen to do, cast aspersions and say, oh, the mic of the LOP was switched off, which was factually untrue, then I think that too requires a bone of introspection as far as the opposition is concerned.